Piggy's reporting, also known as the governor. I would like to honor the victims of September 11th, 2001. You know, at times we, as public officials on both parties, you know, some people are going to be critical of me. As being a young Republican, I could be critical of some public officials. But I would really like to thank both parties in Memphis and Shelby County, both the Democrats and Republicans, for really protecting me as a young candidate here in Memphis. You know, I have inspired and impacted so many people. Both parties truly admire me, and I admire you guys. So I don't think we do enough of that here in Memphis, you know, thank and appreciate one another. But I really appreciate you guys protecting me and having my back when I was a candidate for public office, because running for office is very hard to do. So, you know, I also like to honor those who are affected right now in Syria. I would like to send my thoughts and prayers to the children of Syria. And I would like to give a corporate thanks to First Lady Michelle Obama for having me on conference call today, and also a corporate thanks to the President and Mrs. Bush. Thank you, and God bless, and may God bless America. And a corporate thanks to CNN International.
I supported Nicholas Pegues for state representative. I was going to be nominating him, and I'm so pleased to see such a good, fine young gentleman enter into the political world. We need more good people like him. Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidi Schaefer. You're a good person. Let's go.
Nicholas Pegues for state representative.
Thank you, Terry Rowland. You're a good guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Nicholas Pegues reporting for CNN Our Report and Action News 5 Facebook. And I'm sitting here with Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, who is a representative from my district in East Memphis and Germantown. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And today I would like to thank Commissioner Schaefer for her commitment to Memphis youth and to the youth of Shelby County. And in my eyesight, Commissioner Schaefer is like a President Reagan in theory, because President Reagan was the president who made Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day a national holiday. And we must remember Memphis by being its historic, by this being the place of the National Historic Civil Rights Museum. That Commissioner Schaefer is a true testament of defending the rights of my generation and the children of Memphis. And we must learn the importance of history and preserving our democracy. And so I'm here with Commissioner Heidi Schaefer, and I want to ask you a few questions, Commissioner Schaefer. And first, I'm going to ask you, part of the CNN boot camp interview process, my first question is, what made you support me as a candidate for Tennessee House District 98 in 2010?
Well, Nicholas, I was really impressed with your youth and your eloquence when you first came up, and just the sheer nerve it took to get up with folks who had been around for a long time with huge, long resumes. And that's what I love about our youth, is that they know that they can attack things, get them done, and they bring fresh, new ideas to processes that are sometimes pretty stale and old. I have to say, after a few hours of interviews, hearing you interview with a totally different perspective was like a breath of fresh air.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaefer. And I have one other question, part of the CNN boot camp interview. As a member of the Shelby County Commission, do you think that Memphis and Shelby County is protecting the rights of children under the charter of UNICEF, or also known as United Nations Children's Fund?
You know, I would have to look in and find a little bit more about that to find out exactly what the wording on it is. I know that the program itself has gotten good press, but you know, Nicholas, with all these things, the devil is in the details. So I would want to read it over carefully. That's one of the things that I think I've and making a little bit of a reputation for myself for, is I actually read the documents and the legislation that comes before me so that I'm as informed as I can before voting. And if you're involved with it, I'd love to have you give me your take on it so that I can know more about it.
Absolutely. And I thank you, Commissioner Schaefer, for your commitment to the children of Shelby County. And this concludes the interview of CNN Our Report Boot Camp. Thank you.
Your public service, all best wishes for your future endeavors. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, State Senator Martin Harris.
Okay.
So Nicholas Pegues reporting, CNN Our Report on Memphis, famous for being Piggies, here with Mayor A.C. Wharton. What do you have to say to Memphis, and what do you think about President Barack Obama coming here to Chattanooga?
Well,
it's great to be here to welcome him, to let him know of the good things that are happening under his administration. The recovery is here. Jobs are being produced every day. Good paying jobs. Everything that lines up with what the president is talking about in terms of rebuilding and fortifying the middle class. This is Exhibit A. I just want to congratulate him, all the good folks here in Chattanooga, Mayor Burton, all of his colleagues, but most of all to say thanks to President Obama and to thank him for the great work he's doing.
Absolutely, and I'm on a campaign to bring more love back to Tennessee politics. You're a good guy, Mayor. I see what.
Let's get it done.
For this reporting, how did you feel with traveling President Obama today?
It was fantastic to get to spend a few minutes with the president. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it was terrific.
Awesome job. I'm trying to bring more love back to Tennessee politics, so that's what we need, more love. Seen in our report. Corporate thanks. Thank you.
Governor Hassel here at the United States Senator Bob Corker's campaign.
That's right. Good to see you, Nicholas. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you, Governor Hassel.
Thank you.
You're a good person.
What's that? If you'll do it for me.
What's going on here? Absolutely.